First of all, let me start by saying that this is battle rap, people. If you want bars, if you want entendres, if you want metaphors, if you want that gritty style, this card right here embodies that.
That was electric.
Smoke royalty. What is smoking with y'all? We is here, and we got Bags and Bodies One Night Stand recap. First things first, we got Shotgun Suge versus Hart. But now, this first round, Hart, she went so crazy that Shotgun Suge had to reciprocate that and go even harder. I got both of their rounds being a top-notch legendary round, you know what I mean? These are two legends in their own right, but I got this first round going to Hart. Second round, Hart, she starts by talking crazy, barring like Hart does, but there's something that happens in between this round. In between the round, she stumbles. I know a lot of people is going around saying that she choked. She did not choke. She stumbled over two words, showfall and snowfall. She was trying to, you know what I mean? That, not making excuses, just letting you know what happened, you dig? And with that stumble, I felt like she did enough to beat Shotgun Suge. She had the still fat bars, which was insane. She said the nigga went from looking like 5 niggas to 4 niggas. You dig what I'm saying? She was talking crazy in this second round, and Suge had some bars in that second round, but his second round was also his second round was also very short. And I don't think he had enough to beat Hart in that second round. So going into the third, I got this battle as 1-1. The top of the third, Hart is super wigging. You did what I'm saying? She is rapping. You feel me? There's not too many people that can out-rap Hart. You feel me? Especially when she's in her zone, and she was definitely in her zone. There's one thing that I noticed in this battle for Hart. Hart is a stone cold killer. I'm gonna be real though. Hart, you are best when you are not starstruck. We seen what happened whenever you battled K-Shine. K-Shine got you the up out of here. You were so starstruck. You was like, oh, he's the greatest at what he does. He's the best performer. And he got you up out of here. I feel like you're best when you're in your bag and you're not starstruck, and it showed tonight. I got Hart 2-1, second and third. Up next, we got New Jersey Twork versus Viixen the Assassin. Now, I was gonna talk crazy about Viixen the Assassin. However, she came to rap in this battle. You did what I'm saying? At first, with the face-off, it kind of threw me off where she came out there in the lingerie, twerking, smacking her, you know what I mean? Trying to get Twork's attention. Now, I was going to go off and be like, you know what? This is, dads, you need to stay in your daughter's life. You did what I'm saying? I was going to say shit like that. You did. But then the battle happened, right? And Viixen the Assassin goes crazy in the second round. You know what I mean? Her first round was fire. There was some dry spots in there, you did. But her second round is the craziest round. Also, Viixen told New Jersey Twork that for the record, you hit Norbs, not me. New Jersey Twork had a bunch of leading haymakers. Just built up punches until he got to a haymaker, right? But then he got to this section in the battle where he was talking about how she wanted to be a crime scene investigator and started to bring up pictures, started to show her dad and her mom, starting to say like, of course you took your mom's name because the white man's been giving us our last names and stuff like that. How she don't identify with the black plight, you dig? That first round is amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got New Jersey Twork taking that first round. Second round, like I said earlier, Viixen the Assassin came to rap, and she did just that. Her second round was so amazing. She had a fire rebuttal. The Mario Kart bars were so insane and layered that it was a problem. Even New Jersey Twork had to grab her by a hoodie, you did, because it was a problem. And I feel like this, when Viixen the Assassin is on fire, she performs with the best of them. She may be one of the best performers that we have in battle rap whenever she's on fire. You dig what I'm saying? Because there is sometimes when she thinks she's on fire, but it be super dry. You dig? But on nights like tonight, that second round, she can compete with the top performers of battle rap if she wanted to. She also had the white girl that Twork. You should have known I would have fucked you up. You did. That was so crazy to me as well. So the bottom of the second round, Twork has a crazy Mario Kart rebuttal. And he's starting to cook. He's starting to get into his zone and his bag or whatever. And then the stream cuts out. And I'm sitting over here. What in the is going on? I'm over here pulling my hair. But the stream goes out. And whenever the stream comes back on, the crowd is going insane. So automatically, I'm like, man, what the? We missed a whole haymaker. And I'm cussing at Hitman. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm in there cussing at Hit. You should have known the high avocado, Hitman. You should have known. That's what I'm saying. Why the battle is going on. However, when the stream comes back on, New Jerzey Twork is rapping and he's going crazy, performance and everything. I would give this second round. I think the second round is debatable. It can go either way for real. Depending on what type of bar structure you like, determines your winner outcome, so to speak. And then the top of the third, more of the same. Viixen, she's going in. However, she is lacking the same energy as she has in the first round or in the second round. However, I do hear a couple of lines in there. She talking crazy to New Jerzey Twork. She had the never would have made it, the force the plates at you like Marvin Sapp bar that was in fucking insane. And then the camera fades to black. And then it comes back on halfway through Twork's round and he's choking. And not only does he choke, he says, nah, F that. I ain't choking. I'm about to freestyle. Freestyles maybe 4, maybe 6 to 8 bars. It just says Jerzey. I got Viixen taking that third round, clearly. But it all comes down to the second round for me. I feel like the second round is debatable. It can go back and forth. Whoever you got, whoever your preference is or whatever your bar structure preference is, I feel like will determine who you have for this battle. But for me, right now, I got this battle being debatable. You can say Viixen won. You can say New Jerzey Twork won, in my opinion. We got Hitman Holla versus Miss Hustle. With all the controversy the world can stand, right? Hitman starts the first round with engagement bars saying that basically people can't say too much about him marrying Sin because he already put a ring on it and put a bun in the oven. Hitman Holla also has those leading haymakers, those build up to haymakers, which are so good. I feel like he's one of the best that do that. However, at times it can feel like it's a little too drawn out. He also kept this round upbeat with his performance as well. Also saying that Miss Hustle can find all of these niggas that street sweep, but can't find one that jumped the broom. That was insane. Bottom of the first, Miss Hustle, she also has these leading haymakers where she's going crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then she also has a slight stumble, but she gets it back and starts cooking. She had the knee on the ball game, like Kaepernick, I thought was crazy. She also had the quit acting like the blood type and go be positive, I thought was insane. She even remixes one of her haymakers. First round, I got Hustle, clear. Second round, Hitman rebuttals the Kaepernick bar, which I thought was okay. However, I feel like he needed a little bit more to start off this round. He also has a haymaker fit in the middle of this. And what I mean by a haymaker fit, he strung along maybe 2 or 3 haymakers back to back that he built up to, which were insane. But then he also gets into this cadence where I felt like he was getting more crowd reaction than he actually was. And he was saying like, man, they won't let me finish. I'm trying to get finished. I'm trying to get through all of my shit, but they won't let me finish, when really it was just him running his bars back. And in this moment, I'm saying to myself, my goodness, Hitman, you're going to need a lot more to win this round. When Miss Hustle goes, she had the cinnamon angle, you know what I mean? talking to him about his relationship with Cinnamon and how he kind of strung her along for the ride. She also said that Hitman always be in the spaces talking about he'll give out $1,000 for anybody that play with him. And then she proceeded to say that them niggas robbed you and shot you in the face. It don't look like they was playing to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. She was talking so crazy. I got hustle taking this round 2-0, man. And that's not even to mention she got down to Cinnamon's level and started talking to Cinnamon. You know what I mean? Mano y mano type shit. You know what I mean? Fuck this nigga over here. Let me talk to you. You know what I mean? It was wild. Top of the third, Hitman tries another rebuttal, which he doesn't excel at. You dig what I'm saying? So it did kind of fall flat for him. And all I could think was fight back, Hitman. And he did. He was getting in there. He started throwing the enemy, throwing from the shoulder, so to speak, right? He brings out the homeless angle on her, you did. But I feel like he kind of overexerted the homeless angle, and in spots it was very dry. But then he gets into a legendary Hitman Holla type cadence, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting over there, I'm like, go nigga, you did what I'm saying. I'm hype, I'm getting, you know what I mean? But then he kind of, it kind of ends flat, and he kind of stumbles over his words, and I don't know if you would say he choked or he just stumbled out and then cut his round off. You did what I'm saying? And he just tried some freestyle shit at the end, but it was very flat. I feel like both of the third rounds were very flat, in my opinion. However, Miss Hustle went into her relationship with Remy Ma and about how she kept her mouth shut about what was actually happening behind the scenes. She said that Remy Ma basically used her to have people come and click on Chrome 23, so to speak. You know what I mean? She used her as the face. She told her she would be the face, but then whenever Easy came around, you know what I mean, it's kind of like, all right, she don't need her anymore. She'll just go with this nigga type shit, which is a stab in the back from Miss Hustle's position. She also started punching back to back and started talking to Hitman about his struggles growing up, when she was really saying that he did not have any of the struggles that she went through. She went through the system at a young age. She had really no father, no mother to really fend for her. She was in and out of shelters and things of this nature, which caused her to, you know, put family over family, put blood over blood. And she was saying that Hitman ain't never had to do that. He had a mom, he had a pops, he went to Catholic or private school, went to college and things of this nature. And she, in this round, I guess she's explaining the difference between her struggle and his struggle, and where it led her to be versus where it led him to be. And I feel like with that, authenticity takes the cake. You did what I'm saying? I got Miss Hustle taking this battle 3-0. Now I know a lot of you niggas is out there, y'all got Miss Hustle winning, or y'all got Miss Hustle losing. And I know a lot of y'all niggas out there don't like Miss Hustle. It is what it is. I know a lot of niggas out there that got Miss Hustle winning, and I know a lot of you niggas don't like Hitman Holla. It is what it is. But don't bring that Twitter shit over here, you did what I'm saying. Y'all make sure to let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments below. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You dig. Salute for those that deserve it. You feel me? And as always, man, I love the hell out of y'all. King.